Daniel Morris didn't believe in ghosts. To him, the weathered countryside estate was just a bargain, a relic of a superstitious past. He laughed as the locals warned him, waving off their stories of restless spirits and voices trapped within the architecture. But silence is heavy in a house that remembers at exactly the 17 a.m., the quiet was broken by a sound he couldn't ignore. A whisper, faint, rhythmic, and coming from inside the master bedroom wall. His skepticism began to fray into a cold, sharp curiosity. The second night was worse. Guided by a trembling flashlight, Daniel traced the source of the scratching to a patch of peeling wallpaper. He knocked. A heavy, hollow thud echoed back instantly from the other side. Not an echo and answer. He hired a contractor to tear it down. Behind the plaster lay a hidden corridor, choked with dust and the smell of centuries of rot. At the end was a room that shouldn't exist. Chains hung from the ceiling, and the walls were covered in desperate scratch marks. On the floor lay an old diary. As he opened it, the ink seemed to bleed. "Now you will stay here, and I will live outside." The air turned freezing. The door slammed shut. In the darkness, Daniel realized he wasn't alone. The shadows began to reach for him. A figure burst from the house and drove away into the night, never looking back. But the eyes in the mirror weren't Daniel's. Weeks later, a new couple moved in. They laughed as they unpacked, oblivious to the history carved into the very bones of the home. The clock hit the 17 a.m. The laughter died. They stopped, their eyes drifting toward the wall, drawn by a sound they couldn't explain. From within the darkness of the structure, a familiar, desperate whisper came through. "Help me, please." The cycle had begun again.